Okay, listen, I know you have all been waiting for dragon games. It's the one thing everyone always asks me to do, and believe you me, I want to talk about dragon games. But first we gotta talk about Season 3.
Yay, how exciting.
I'm going through Ever After High chronologically, and Season 3 comes first. But don't worry, that definitely means Dragon Games will be next time. But don't get down on Season 3 just yet. Season 3 is actually one of my personal favorites, because they did something really different this time around. Seasons 1 and 2 are structured episodically. Basically, every episode was just its own little one-off story. Here in Season 3, there's actually a bigger narrative structure. Well, kind of. There's two different, but it's cut in half. You'll see. And it was really cool to see something like this done outside of the usual specials that they had. We also introduced the best characters this season. It's primarily Fabelle. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Fabelle is the best, and I love her.
Sorry, Toots, but I don't work here anymore. Bye-bye.
Season 3 was crazy. It was a solid year's worth of content. We got one episode in January, then we got the Spring Unsprung special in February, then 2 each month from March all the way to June. 3 episodes in July, then it was the Way to Wonderland special in August, then back to the bi-monthly uploads for September through November, then 3 episodes in December, and then we got back to January with Dragon Games. This was the time to be an Ever After High fan. Well, let's not waste any more time, let's dive into Season 3. So first, I want to talk about the episodes that weren't a part of the full narrative of the season. I'm saving the best for last. The season starts with our technical introduction to Ginger. I know we said we first met her in Spring Unsprung, but this episode did technically come out first. But more importantly, we get the Crumb cousins.
Gingerbread house made now she's trying to lure us too!
Helga, daughter of Hansel, and her cousin, Gus, son of Gretel. I adore them so much. Their manic screaming is so funny to me. Do me a favor, you see this character? What kind of voice would you expect him to have? Because I certainly wasn't expecting this.
I got some mirror mail that your school has a chef who makes the tastiest treats.
Ashlyn's Fashion Frolic introduces 2 more fun antagonist-coded characters, Ashlyn's stepsisters.
First a secret boyfriend,
And now a secret fashion show?
Unfortunately, the stepsisters and the Crumb cousins never got the chance to really be seen beyond these initial episodes for them, which is so disappointing to me. I think they're fun. There's a lot of untapped potential with their characters that we could have played with.
Things kinda unravel when the clock strikes 12. I'm more of a morning princess.
Legacy Orchard is an interesting one, because the female narrator says this.
The beginning of the school year, and the traditional field trip to the Legacy Orchard.
So I'm pretty sure the implication is that a year has passed since the show has started, in universe. So they'd be like juniors now, because they were sophomores at the start of the story. I really like it when time actually passes in cartoons. Timmy Turner staying 10 forever always pissed me off and it felt lazy. The actual episode, though, is pretty lame, if I'm honest. They go to the orchard to learn about the prior generations of students who came before them, but we don't actually get to learn anything about them. We just see the kids reading. Missed opportunity, I think. This does set up one of the ideas for the structured narrative of half of this season, where Apple and Raven get signed on as the new editors for their own yearbook, which means their antics for these episodes involve them taking pictures for the yearbook as an excuse to get them to always be a part of the episode's shenanigans. Apple is insistent on getting the pictures that look perfect, while Raven wants to get pictures that show the more realistic, flawed moments. It also means every episode starts with this page transition, which is a nice touch. Fun fact, even though we see Hopper multiple times in this episode, he isn't in the final shot in the crowd. Also, we briefly see this random background character standing next to Maddie, and she isn't in the rest of this episode at all. Like, a weird choice. Next up is a batch of episodes I like to call Your Doll Needs a New Outfit. Yep, 5 whole episodes whose whole purpose is to give a character an excuse to wear some fancy new duds. Do you want Maddie to wear a cute cake-themed outfit? Of course you do. You're not stupid. That's an adorable idea.
Step right up! Over
It is important to point out that this episode came out before Way to Wonderland, so Raven still didn't have full control of her magic yet. What's that? 2 episodes ago, it was the start of the new school year, but now it's winter and everything's covered in ice? Don't worry about it. Maybe it's magic. Who knows? Maybe I'm the only one who actually cares about the progression of the seasons in this show.
Well, I choose not to be afraid. I need a hero. I'm rolling.
To continue our seasonal themes, it's now suddenly springtime.
Oh, I'd better get my inhaler.
The fact Cupid has an inhaler is a really cute idea. This episode was cool because it actually teaches you about the meanings behind different flower colors, which is neat, and I like that.
Raven. Apple.
Croquet-tastrophe was Raven and Apple being too much at odds about what to do with the yearbook. So Lizzie suggests they have an intense battle of croquet.
Apple, Raven, you know the rules. I make them up as you go along.
It's lines like this that just make Lizzie one of the best characters. Also, we randomly see a griffin and a Pegasus in this episode. Yes, more please. Now that we've covered all the episodes that show off the new outfits, it's time for the episodes that show off the new characters. First up, Alistair and Bunny, which primarily this episode was just to help catch people up to speed who hadn't have seen their introduction in Spring Unsprung.
Oh, with Mom and Dad out doing errands, it's my first time narrating all by myself.
And also Brooke too, the daughter of the narrators.
It's also the day of Bunny's first kiss. Those two are way too deep in the friend zone.
Why you pulling me? I'm right.
Speaking of getting caught up on Spring Unsprung characters, Darling makes her formal introduction here with her own episode too.
What is she doing? She's supposed to find the hero of this story.
That she just did.
But it's weird. Even though this episode came out after her reveal as the White Knight in Way to Wonderland, this seemingly sets up the idea of her running around pretending to be a knight. I told you, I tried to go chronologically, but season 3 is the biggest question mark for me when it comes to this. There's 3 specials scattered throughout this season. Episodes jump from winter to spring back to back. This confusing thing with Darling, I'm trying to keep it in order. Fun fact, this is the same dragon model Daring used when he got his license in Way to Wonderland. You can tell because of his funny little mohawk. And now, finally,
All animals are beautiful to me, darling.
we finally get properly introduced to Rosabella, daughter of Beauty from Beauty and the Beast. And she's also Briar's cousin. Yeah, these two are cousins. But these two, they're twins. These two? Just cousins. But Darling and Dexter? Canonical twins. Yup. Whatever you say, Ever After High. Anyways, it's crazy it took this long to finally meet Rosabella because she's been in the episodes all the way up to this point. From Legacy Orchard, Rosabella has been there in the background, but it took 8 episodes for her to actually get introduced to us.
Have you girls seen my squirrel Pesky?
Have you seen Pesky? We literally haven't seen Pesky since season 1. Early season 1, might I add. Quite honestly, I thought the show had just dropped the idea of him a long time ago. And to wrap up getting caught up on characters, we have what's in the cards for Courtly Jester. Wait, what?
Thank you very much for voting, everyone.
What the fuck?
The last we saw of you, you had tried to freaking kill Lizzie's mother. You were blasting death beams of magic at our heroes. Why are you just here? Hell, why are you all so chill with her being here? Well, turns out the folks at Mattel had a poll where people could vote whether or not to give Courtly a second chance.
My wildcard days are behind me, and I have a new story ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. If you're going to redeem a villain character, you can't just say, oh, they're good now, especially when it was someone as brutal as Courtly. Also, maybe this is just me, but I thought Courtly was like way older than them. Like, yeah, she's short and skinny, and maybe it's just that her voice is mature sounding.
I'm trying new classes like Princessology. Who wouldn't want to rule one day?
But I figured she was like 20. At least, not high school age. She was the vice principal after all. Overall, this is just a lot of meh. So, I bet you're wondering how that yearbook plotline worked out. Well, we'll cover that episode at the very end. For now, it's time to finally check out the longer narrative this season sets up for us. It all starts with a Hex-exclusive invitation. This was actually our first time seeing Faye Bell, since this came out before Way to Wonderland. Her first on-screen appearance, and she's pretending to be a barista to eavesdrop on people and steal coffee. An icon. A queen. The best. Anyways, Ashlyn has been invited to the
Blue Moon Forest Fest.
A very fancy party. Unfortunately, her go-to +1s are busy checking out the fancy new movie theater that just opened up. Meanwhile, Cupid is busy being a creepy stalker for Dexter when Dexter suddenly arrives.
Come out and say it.
Will you go to the movies with me tonight?
Oh, sure. I'd love to.
After that heart-crushing moment, Ashlyn invites Cupid to be her +1 for the Forest Fest. Hooray! So the plot for these episodes is the adventure to the Forest Fest, and Dexter and Raven finally going on a date together, which was a thing a lot of people were waiting to see. They had faffed about with the will they won't they thing with Dexter and Raven for so long that I definitely wasn't sure if their relationship would ever get off the ground. Real talk, Cupid's beret is adorable. I think this is her best head accessory she's ever had for her outfits. In fact, this whole outfit is 10 out of 10. Blondie and Poppy also get to tag along, which is fun. Blondie and Cupid haven't got to be in the center stage since Throne Coming, so it's cool to get to shine again now. And this is Poppy's first time really getting to stand out. Holly had quite a bit of screen time in Spring Unsprung, so it's cool getting to see the other O'Hare twin take a turn.
And I got an extra ticket. Did somebody say extra ticket?
I freaking love Faye Bell. Did you see that? She cartwheeled into the conversation. It's like how Duchess just does ballet whenever she moves. Faye Bell will do cheerleading poses whenever she can. I love her.
How do we handle their rejection? Send them in the wrong direction.
Oh, she's so fun. This is so cool. Anyways, back to Raven and Dexter's date. They're a tad nervous.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that wood was your head.
Some water. I'm so clumsy. I am so sorry, Dexter.
I'ma say it. Their date night outfits are way worse than their usual designs. At least the Lost Partygoers all look amazing. So, how's the date going?
Should I get some snacks? I should get some snacks. No, I should stay. No, I should probably get some snacks.
So the girls get hungry, and Blondie's go-to solution every time is to just break into whatever building they come across. There's not a shred of regret in those eyes.
I know the family that lives here, and they just love me.
She already broke my bed. She broke my chair.
If Blondie has already done all those things, doesn't that mean she's basically fulfilled her destiny by this point?
Get out, get out, get out!
So, let's check back in with Raven and Dexter's date.
Snacks? I want snacks. Now I need to go to the bathroom. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Cerise was able to overhear the Bear family ranting about Blondie. He's so mad. Look at his tiny, pissed off face. So the squad realizes the partygoers have gone in the wrong direction and try to go get Baba Yaga to help. Unfortunately, she's not home, and Raven decides to take things into her own hands.
What could possibly go wrong?
I will be guiding you 4 guests personally to the secret party of your desires.
Well, surely this can't possibly go poorly for our girls, right?
Well, I cast my spell. You're cursed to stay here for 100 years.
Oh no! I can't believe it! How could things have gone so poorly? But don't worry, Poppy knows just how to save the day here. She gives him a makeover and turns him into a hipster.
How'd you like to go to the Forest Fest in my place? I would have let that Faye Bell girl go in my place if she wasn't so pushy about it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
The girls are finally almost to their party, when suddenly, it seems like a large monster has started to chase them down, but oh my god!
Here I come to save the day!
Oh no! No! I guess I'm sorry?
Yeah, that.
Hooray! Character growth! Everyone makes it to the party! Hooray! Yay! It was a simple little story, plenty of cute moments for our characters to overcome. I'm a bit bummed Raven and Dexter's date got cut short though, and after this episode, Dexter doesn't show back up again for the rest of the season. So Raven and Dexter's relationship doesn't actually get to progress from here, because Raven instead spends all of her time focusing on the yearbook thing. Oh yeah, speaking of, how does Apple and Raven's yearbook turns out? Well, in the last episode of season 3, Tricassalon, we find out.
Our spirit outfits are the best of the best.
No, I don't think so. I think they're both awfully busy with a lot of colors and patterns.
I am so happy we decided the yearbook should show the most perfect
And imperfect moments of the year.
Yup. That was it. It seems like an actually pretty bland episode, but then suddenly we transition into what seems to be the far future, given how much the Grimm brothers have aged, and we get a brief shot of some of the students from a future class of Ever After High, and you know what? It's a cool detail. To see the idea that Raven and Apple's yearbook will also become a grand legend for future generations to look back on, it's a cute, if not very thrilling, way of wrapping up season 3. Season 3 is probably the strongest season for the show. The antics for each episode is entertaining without ever feeling too goofy or frivolous. There's enough stakes to keep things interesting and some stellar moments of comedy too. We get introduced to a good handful of some of the best students here. The overarching narratives with Raven and Dexter's date, the partygoers, and even the yearbook thing was a really neat way to keep everything tied together in a cohesive way. It makes season 3 hands down the most memorable, at least in my opinion. But now, finally, next time, we get to see what you all have been waiting for. And I can't wait to see how the story is going to continue to unfold.
Hello, Zuko here.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
You know, I used to be afraid of spiders. Want to know what I did about it? Learn to kill them. I just made the spiders work for me.
Uh-oh. Our creation is almost ready. There is no other way.
They're the same picture.
Look, a fairy.
I would have let that Fabel girl go in my place if she wasn't so pushy about it.
Oh, sorry, dude. I killed that fairy.
Shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Nako, Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, Classy Critic, Noah Perkins, Sunny Shy, Jake, Amber, Hype Man, Zero to Hero, Isaiah, Scaring Crows, Not All That Evil, Messiah Complex, Jacob, Ben's Sketchbook, The Watcher, Omega Fighter, Trash, Wild Pilot, Josh, Swift Cannon, The Infinity Effect, Gino, Twisty, and Juan. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I had so much fun with it. I really do love season 3. Some of the best episodes come from season 3. They're funny. I love them so much. What's your favorite parts? Like, did you like the Dexter and Raven date part? Did you like the partygoers? Did you like the yearbook thing? Any and all thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think. We see a lot of new outfits in this season too. Who's your favorite new character introduced? Which one's your favorite outfit that they introduced? Any and all thoughts and opinions. I would really love to see them in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one, where we finally get to Dragon Games. Yeah! I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.